What is the best home to buy? Is it a new build or a resale? If you're a first-time home buyer in Stony Plain, Spruce Grove, or West Edmonton, you may have probably asked yourself that question. Should I buy a brand new home or go with a resale one? Both paths can get you into home ownership, but they come with very different costs, timelines, and trade-offs. I'm Murray with the Zielinski Realty Group, and I have over 20 years of real estate and mortgage experience. And today, I'm breaking down what you need to weigh before you decide. Everything from price and closing costs, hidden costs like landscaping and basements, what to look for in new home warranty, and timeline for possession. And of course, I'll talk about one very important step you need to take no matter which direction you decide to go. Also, if you'd like a complete assessment on what may work best for you, let's talk further. We can take the time to get into the important details and how things align with your home buying journey. Just message me directly. Let's start with the money, specifically price and closing costs, because this is where the two paths really differ the most. On a resale home, the price is often more negotiable. You can offer below asking and have the ability to negotiate on other options of the contract, such as the goods included, deposits, additional repairs discovered after an inspection, and possession day. However, one downside is resale purchases do not qualify for the new home GST rebate. This only applies to new home construction. On a new build, as of this year, eligible first-time buyers can access the federal first-time home buyers GST rebate. This removes the GST entirely on new homes, priced up to $1 million, and phases out on a sliding scale up to $1.5 million. That can mean real savings on closing costs compared to a few years ago. The trade-off is that the builder pricing is typically firmer and there's less room to negotiate the purchase price itself. However, depending on the market strength, builders may negotiate on upgrades or incentives instead. To put real numbers on it, entry-level new builds from established builders here in Stony Plain are in that range from about $400,000 to $450,000, with Spruce Grove often starting a little higher depending on the community and lot size. Resale homes in that same $450,000 range in either town tend to get you more finished square footage on a more established lot, since you're not paying new construction premiums on labor and materials. Same budget, but two very different types of homes. The other thing to note, new homes on the MLS, that's the multiple listing service, need to be net GST. This means the GST has been accounted for by the builder. This can also mean you as the buyer don't have to apply for the rebate with CRA on your tax filing. Some hidden costs. Here's one that catches a lot of first-time buyers off guard, and it can make a real difference in your actual all-in budget. Most new builds are sold with bare dirt or minimal landscaping front and back. That means budgeting separately for sod, fencing, and any trees or shrubs, which is often several $1,000s that's not included in the purchase and not covered by your mortgage, unless it is applied for in your mortgage as a Purchase Plus program. Couple of things to note here though. First, the builder may have a landscaping credit or rebate available to you, the buyer, to ensure this is completed on the home. Also, a Mortgage Purchase Plus program is limited in what it will cover as improvements, and every lender is a little different in what they will allow. It's really important to talk with your mortgage broker as to what your objectives are so you can plan accordingly. If you'd like a free consultation on how this may work for your purchase, message me directly with Purchase Plus, and I'll connect further to discuss with you. When it comes to basements, it follows a similar pattern. Most new builds are sold with unfinished basements, so that extra bedroom, home gym, or family room is a future project and a future cost on your timeline. Resale homes, on the other hand, often already come with mature landscaping in place, and in many cases a finished basement, since previous owners have years to complete those upgrades. If a finished basement or a yard that is ready to enjoy today matters to you and not 5 years from now, that is a real point in the resale's favor. Warranty and condition. Now, let's talk about what you're actually buying, a home with a track record or one with a zero history. Every new home built in Alberta is required to carry the New Home Buyer Protection Act warranty coverage. This is often called the 1, 2, 5, 10 warranty. 1 year on materials and labor, 2 years on delivery systems like plumbing, electrical, and HVAC, 5 years on the building envelope, and 10 years on major structural components. That gives new build buyers a real safety net if something goes wrong early on. Resale homes do not come with that manufacturer style warranty. What they do come with is a track record on the furnace, the roof, and the foundation. All of it has already been tested by time and by the previous owner's use. This is exactly why a thorough home inspection matters so much more on a resale purchase. You're trading a warranty for the ability to actually see how the home is held up. Location and lot maturity. Location is often the deciding factor for buyers, and this is where new build and resale really diverge. Resale homes tend to be in established neighborhoods, mature trees, developed parks, shorter commutes into existing amenities. You know exactly what the neighborhood looks like today and what it's planned to look like in 5 years. New builds are usually in newer, growing communities on the edges of Stony Plain and Spruce Grove. That means newer infrastructure and often newer schools, parks, but it can also mean an unfinished streetscape for a few years. That means ongoing construction, traffic, and in some communities, a mandatory homeowners association fee for shared amenities. Neither's wrong. It just depends on whether you want an established or an emerging community. Timeline and possessions. Let's talk about that a little further. If you need to move quickly, this section matters a lot. Resale homes typically close in 30 to 60 days. What you see is what you get, and you move in almost immediately after closing. New builds can take anywhere from a few months for a quick possession for a home already under construction to a year or more if you're buying a lot and choosing your own floor plan from scratch. Construction timelines can also shift due to weather, material availability, or trade scheduling. If your timeline is tight, say a lease ending in 60 days, that is a major factor in this decision. Customization. Finally, how much control do you want over what the home looks like? With the new build, if you are early enough with the builder in the home building process, some will let you choose the flooring, the cabinetry, countertops, paint colors, providing the customization you want, and all completed the day you move in. Very exciting. With resale, what you see is what you get on possession day. Any changes like a kitchen reno, new flooring, an updated bathroom happen on your timeline and your dime after you move in. Some buyers love the blank slate flexibility of a new build. Others would rather buy a home that already has character and update gradually over time. Key though is get pre-approved first. No matter which direction you lean, there's one step that applies to both paths equally and is one that I always recommend first. And that is get pre-approved before you start seriously shopping. A mortgage pre-approval tells you exactly what you can afford, locks in your rate for a set period of time while you shop, and shows sellers and builders that you are a serious qualified buyer. This matters just as much on a new build where you may be signing a purchase agreement many months before possession as it does on a resale where a fast, clean closing can make or break your offer in a competitive situation. Whichever direction you choose, start with a pre-approval, not the house hunt. So which is right for you? In other words, which one is actually better first-time home buyer? Honestly, it really depends on what you value most. If your priority is a firm move-in date, an established neighborhood, finished landscaping, and more room to negotiate price, resale is probably your path. If your priority, however, is warranty protection, choosing your own finishes, and taking advantage of the GST rebate, a new build might make more sense, as long as your timeline and budget account for those costs such as landscaping and maybe business development down the road. In summary, there is no universally right answer here, only the right answer for your budget, your timeline, and what matters most to you. If you want help running the numbers on a specific new build or resale property here in Stony Plain, Spruce Grove, or West Edmonton, reach out. That is exactly what I'm here to help you with in this very important and exciting home journey. Just message me directly and we can set a time to talk directly. And the best part, it's absolutely free. And remember, if you found this video informative and helpful to you, subscribe for first-time buyer content. There's more coming, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm Murray with the Zielinski Realty Group, simplifying the real estate and mortgage process just for you. Cheers.